This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Next up, we get an ECW One Night Stand commercial. This is for the first one in 05, and what a fucking special show that will be. We'll talk about it soon. Todd Grisham is going to interview Triple H backstage, and Christian does a little rap here about JBL, John Cena, Batista, and Triple H, and that gets us to our main event. Batista defending his new world title against Triple H. We should mention that on the April 11th Raw, it was announced that Batista would defend the championship against Triple H at Backlash. And after Triple H invokes his rematch clause, the following week, Triple H has a no DQ match against Jim Ross, which JR wins by pin. That's a real thing. After Batista interfered and of course hit Triple H in the head with a chair. On the April 25th Raw, Batista would defeat Christian in a singles match. And after the match, Triple H assaulted Batista, hits him with the pedigree. And I guess the story here is these guys get a ton of time, 16 minutes and 27 seconds. WWE was promoting it as Triple H versus Batista 2, but Wade would say it was a sequel that didn't deliver. He says their first match at WrestleMania was hardly a classic for the ages, but they took a step back with their rematch. Wade would say that Batista received great pops on the recent European tour, but didn't get the same reception in New Hampshire here from a crowd that seemed to had already peaked during the Hulk Hogan Shawn Michaels match. And he would be critical of the work, saying the plodding, methodical match was safe, but it didn't put Batista in a position to fail by being too ambitious. This cautious approach left the fans nonplussed. The in-ring styles of Hunter and Batista don't complement each other. Ric Flair at ringside for Hunter tried to interject some energy to the match as he attempted to interfere several times, but the match was built around whether Hunter could execute the pedigree, hyped as his ultimate weapon to knock out Batista. He did hit it late in the match, but the ref was knocked out and he couldn't make the count before Batista had time to recover. Batista then survived a low blow and repeated interference from Flair and picked up the win with the Batista bomb. It's, I don't know. In hindsight, should the Hogan Shawn match have closed? Should it have been earlier in the show? Should there have been a let me up match in between? What was the flaw here that maybe didn't make the main event feel as special?
Well, I think it's a combination of a couple of things, in that New Hampshire being Triple H's hometown, he also didn't have as many heel fans there that wanted to see him get his ass kicked. And I don't know, it just was, you have an off night. Had we moved Hogan and Shawn earlier, I wouldn't have closed with Hogan and Shawn at all. I definitely would have closed with Hunter and Batista. That, without a doubt, was the only thing to close with. But maybe moving Shawn and them to second or third in the night, or even starting it off, I think that would have made a big difference.
Let's mention this is going to lead to a third match between these guys at the Vengeance pay-per-view. This time it's a Hell in a Cell, which Batista would also win. Let me ask you, when you have a main event at WrestleMania that, while yes, it drew money, it wasn't a great match. You try again here at Backlash, and now you're going to do it one more time at Vengeance. Are you just saying, hey, this is the story we had, damn the torpedoes, we're going to do it? Or did you think, no, this was good stuff, let's do a little more?
It may have not been the greatest match, 18-star match in the fucking Korea Dome or whatever, but it was a good story, and it was a story that had a lot of equity in it, and it was a good story that people were interested in and wanted to see. So while it may not have been the masterpiece that Wade Keller and Dave Meltzer would have wanted, it is a hell of a story that people were interested in.
Well, they were interested in it. I mean, I can't argue that. I mean, the build up in the story was tremendous. I do think a lot of wrestling fans were, I don't know, not necessarily super excited about the actual match, but hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.